possible if this possession is an empty one.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 21. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Taylor, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for Etienne. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 22. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And that's caught. It's Desmond Patman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris both in this game. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, exit.
Lawrence from his end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 223 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. To throw is Ryan. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Right there, 54, right there.
Ryan wants to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got
gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
They run once more with Taylor. Room here to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, when you look